Okay, here I am at 6 p.m. and I don't know what I did with the day. So I'm going to jump in before it gets too dark and share a few more things with you. Most importantly, what supplies you will need to start journaling in general, or to start journaling on Saturday, October 7th, this upcoming Saturday, for the all-day journaling experience. And really, you only need two supplies. The first one being a pen. And my favorite pen is, it's the Pigma Micron size 05. And I like this pen because it does come in a wide variety of colors, but I prefer black just because it reproduces better, and I do reproduce my stuff quite a bit. But I prefer black. But the main reason I like this pen is it truly is waterproof. So if you do a lettered quote or something and you want to color it in with Inktense pencils, which I will show you, or watercolors, which I will show you, then it will not bleed, which is nice, because I don't love bleeding, but I do have bleeding. And it's something you do have to accept, but I try to avoid it. And that pen helps you to avoid it. And then, of course, number two is you need to have a journal. And yes, these are tiny journals. I made these. I didn't show them to you the other night because I forgot about them. But it might be a good option to start with if you are at all intimidated by journaling, because these pages are really small, as you see, and it doesn't take too much writing to fill up a page, which feels really good. And the one I made is really small. You could literally finish this in a day. But the ones that you can buy at the store are those little Moleskine journals. They have those at Barnes & Noble. That's where I've seen them. You might want to pick one of those up if you haven't already gotten a bigger journal. And I don't know if any of those have watercolor paper or anything like that that will hold up to some water media. But what's really neat is that in the future, if you do use water media and your paper crinkles a little, it really will be part of the charm. I know you don't believe that now, but it will be. Okay, hi again. My planning for this video has really been subpar. Today, I just lazed around, and I did that. I really feel like I needed to do it. So hopefully I'm still going to give you some good information here. And I wanted to go through all my journals and put cute little post-it notes in the places that I wanted to show you, but instead I'm just going to allow this to be serendipitous. And I'm going to just open up my journals or just look through them and show you the kind of stuff that is probably pretty easy to put in your journal on the all-day journaling experience, when you might be sitting down while you're cooking something and using your journal for 10 or 15 minutes. So let's get started with that. Okay, here is basically a to-do list for the week. You see that? I sat down one day and I decided I needed to do this for the week. And on Saturday morning would probably be a good time to do something like that. Oh, and over here, this is good too. I needed to have a total brain dump. And I need to have a brain dump probably every day, even though I don't do one every day. But that's the kind of thing that you usually can do at any time if you're like me at all. Okay, let's see what else is in this book right here. Okay. All right, I'm saying here what I'm doing. I am in the kitchen making brownies, listening to Jordan Peterson. And that was on May 5th, 2017. So you don't even need more than 5 minutes to do something like that. So that's kind of cool. Okay, I showed this page to you briefly the other day, but I am going to tell you that envelopes are a really cool thing to include in your journal. And if you have an envelope that will fit into your journal, you can even cut it down to fit into your journal. I think it's a really good idea this Saturday, if you're joining us, to put the envelope in your journal, and then you can take one of your longer writings and you can slip it inside the envelope. And these are a lot of fun to look at in the future. You know, you're going to do it now, but you're going to take it out later and you're going to look at it. This is July 15th, 2010. And I can go into this journal, and this is like, it looks like I just did a page folded in half. I filled it up. So hopefully if you do the all-day journaling experience on Saturday, you'll have time to do a writing that is maybe that long, and then you can, oops, slip it into your envelope. And that is really cool, and you'll be glad in the future that you did that. Okay, I'm going to show you a few pages here that I made that I really hate. And I probably hate this page more than any other page I've ever made, maybe. But my little girl, who is maybe 4, was sitting in the bath, and her face looked so horrendous that I drew this weird flower over it. So, I mean, the picture is still kind of evocative, and I can remember her being in the bath, but I remember hating it when I was drawing it. And for me to cover up something like that, she had to have looked like the most horrible, horrible troll. So that's pretty funny. Draw your kid in the bath and you'll remember it. It'll be sweet, but hopefully your kid will look better than mine. And then this is a page that I really despise. And I know this is more color than a lot of you might use. But, I mean, it's a good thing to show you because I do recommend that you write on the page and you draw something over it. But in this picture, I look like one of the little critters in Mercer Mayer's Little Critter kids books, which I can't stand, and I look like one here. But anyway, do you see what I did? I may as well use this as a teaching moment. I journaled on the page, and then I drew the little critter over the top. And that is something that you can always do, and it always looks cool. Take your journal, fill the page with just writing about anything, and then usually I'll draw a self-portrait over the top. And that's a great thing to do. Hello, I'm sitting out on my back porch. It's already dark and I have dishes to wash. So I didn't get as much done today on this project as I would have liked. So tomorrow you will have the PDF with lots more examples of stuff to put in your journal, plus a demonstration of me making an illuminated letter, and probably also just doing some basic block lettering like I put in my journal a lot when I want to bold one of my own thoughts. And I will show you how I use Inktense pencils and watercolors to fill those things in case you guys want to try that in your journal. I realize that I really haven't gotten all this done necessarily soon enough for you to be ready to spend the day journaling on Saturday. I hope you are able to do that, but if not, I'm hoping that you can take these videos and you can transfer them to any day that you would like to start journaling. And please be at my Facebook Live on Friday. I will send out an email about that from my mailing list that you can sign up for at roughedgeslife.com, or on my Facebook page, I will let you know when I will be on live in an hour. And if you do want to jump in on Saturday, that will be the day to ask me any questions about that are not answered in the video or the PDF tomorrow. So I'm going to go and finish my dishes and stuff and get a good night's sleep, and hopefully I'll be able to make the videos tomorrow when the light is good. Good night.